Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. You know what we talk about on this show? We talk about we talk about super aging, getting older without getting old, getting older without getting old. Yesterday, I started talking to you about the STDs. I was just so disturbed that's not how I started off. I eliminated my beginning on yesterday because I was so distraught with the whole STD thing in the high rises. I'm not going to get on it today, but it's still on my mind. But I started talking about something else. I just started talking about just getting around. And I think I'm going to go ahead and finish where I started. So yesterday I had to go to the doctor. And, that goes along with the women and men of a certain age. We got these doctor appointments. Oh, darling, I forgot. I have on my glasses. I must like them. When I have them, I have all my glasses here. On Patreon, I have them. I just haven't figured out. I made a mistake on Patreon. Haven't figured it out yet. Have got anybody younger to show me how to go in and correct my Patreon. So you can go to patreon.com and you should be able to find me. But I think one of my friends went to Patreon and she couldn't find me. It's just a lot with technology. Georgian's doing the best she can by herself. I like this piece. Alvin gave me this a long time ago. It's very, very nice. I thought I'd put it on today along my other stuff. And I love these glasses. But anyway, let's talk about yesterday. On yesterday when I was out at the doctor, it occurred to me that I'm talking to you about enjoying your life. I'm talking to you at a certain age because when you retire, you have at least 20 years of life. Do you know how many days that is? Do you know you need to have something to do? Now you can sit around and be papa and mama, or you can get out and start a new life and have another life. You can do things that you dreamed about doing. You can write about the job that you retired from. You can offer consulting classes to people who might want to get into the same thing that you just got out of. You can start a nonprofit to help people in your neighborhood, or you can start a nonprofit to help people in your church or people that you always wanted to help. You could take a class. You could go to school free. State schools offer a free education. If you're 62 or 65 and old, you have to check with your state. It's just so much you can do. That's what I'm saying. I've had so much life. I retired at 52. Official retirement at age 52. I'll be 82. I think that's 30 years. So I'm using myself as an example of what you have to look forward to. And I've done a lot in those 30 years now. You hear me talk about this, that, and other because I've done this, that, and other because I had 30 years to do it. But in the 30 years, I didn't know I had 30 years. It was just day by day living, doing this, doing that, running here, running there. Before I knew it, 30 years ago back. I'm telling you, whatever age you are, do you remember when you were in kindergarten? In elementary school? And look at where you are now. You couldn't wait to get grown. None of us could. And now I said, look where he brought me from. Look where we are now. So what does this have to do with you? Well, it has a lot to do with trying to get you motivated to understand, baby, that you got a lot of time on this earth. And retiring and jumping into the casket is something I'm trying to stop you from doing. And what I mean by jumping in the casket, because you said, oh, I gotta go see about my thing. I gotta get everything straightened out. You start thinking immediately about, I got the downsides, I got the this, that, and the other. You putting yourself in the casket. Think about some of the things that you thought about doing as a young person. You got those college degrees, but maybe you wanted to cook. I have a friend, my daughter's friend, actually. I remember when he was a kid. He has a degree in something, maybe a master's in it, financing, or some kind of financing, big financing something. And he worked at a big financial institute, Waterhouse, Price, and all those names. He is a chef now. Mm-hmm. People were like, "What? You gonna be a what?" And after his kids got up, He became a chef, and a really good one. Well-traveled, happy as he could be. Some of you want to be chefs. Some of you want to be like, see, what people get mad with me, and I let people talk me out of stuff before I realize I need to listen to my own drummer, because I can do a lot of things. So what? Don't get mad with me about it. You know, you're doing too much. Oh, what? That's the worst statement anybody can make to anybody. That's the most insane statement. You're doing too much. Just pick one thing. And I listen to people, and I just believe my breast cancer was because I listened to other people. Some, you can look it up. There are some studies with unhappiness, how it settles. You see, I was so unhappy listening to other people. I said, okay, I just teach school, or I just go to work for Delta Airlines. I just raise my child. I'm not going to worry about singing and writing and poetry and books and, none of that. I'm just going to put my nose to the ground, which I did. As soon as I retired from Delta, I think it was when I retired from Delta, I got breast cancer. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm trying to tell you, baby. I need you to think about all these years that you're going to have left. I want you to think about some of those core values and those core things you want to do, some of those dreams. I know you all get tired of hearing me say the same thing, but I don't know, I just get so upset with people who don't understand what this does. This right here controls this. And when your life, whatever life you got going on right now, this is the reason why you have it. The life that you're living came from here. Don't put it on anybody else. Put it from here. Because you didn't go ahead and think about something else. You didn't think about it differently. You didn't work towards those things. You didn't want to tell anybody like me. I remember I told you the story, and it stayed with me. Those two white women I worked with, high school graduates, there I was with a master's degree, and they gave us the same job, two white women, two young white women, and there I was. I had to do a lot of swallowing in Delta Airlines, trust me. And I remember us going somewhere, and the lady said, ooh, she's somebody, and the white girl said, she ain't nobody. She just, she's a secretary like we are, or what I mean, not even secretary, clerk, just like we are. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, like, she saw that I was somebody, and I knew I was somebody, and to come and tell me that you ain't nobody, really, ooh, the things that go on with us as a people, and that was, and I was letting this control my situation, because I bought into, or at least I was trying to stay on a job that I did. I thank Rowene for encouraging me, but I think about all the things maybe I could have done that I didn't do, and still it turned out all right because I still had time to do them. And in the time that I had, I still didn't let this control. After the cancer came, I just became a different person, and I decided to get a degree from Clark Atlanta University, get my doctorate. I did. So that was the good thing. But what about you? What about you? What's going on with you? I just feel disturbed today by somebody out here. Somebody on the other side of the screen is struggling. You're struggling. Don't struggle with it. Whatever that decision is, make it. Make the decision. Live with it. Don't listen to. If you want to be a chef, you want to, like I sew. I had somebody else sew something for me, but I design clothes. I should put it like that. You want to design clothes, go ahead and design them. What else? I remember a woman made a way for me to go and talk to some people in Paris about something I designed. And the lady told me no, she didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. You know I saw it later, right? I could tell y'all some stories. Yes, I did go to Paris with an idea. And I've seen it later, 2 or 3 times. I'm just saying to you, but that didn't deter me, I was younger then, and so I'm still younger now. And what about the things that you like to do? I think I got away from what I was talking about on yesterday. Let me talk about yesterday. Being out is something we all need to do to help you with who you are, where you're going, who you're supposed to be, and that purpose thing, that dream that won't leave you. That's what is your purpose, a dream that won't leave you. Then getting out helps out. I mean, yes, I was exhausted. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Whatever it was. But I went 3 or 4 places, but it was good to go 3 or 4 places and see 2 or 3 things and look at the new Atlanta and see the different buildings and, go down some streets and talk to some different people and be in interaction with other people. That helps you with life. That helps you, and I was by myself. I didn't know anybody. I traveled all over Africa. I didn't know anybody. I met people over there, but I went by myself. I said all that to say that I need for you to get out more because that helps with your limbs. Now, my limbs were tired. I know y'all think this is my bra, but it's not. This has a string. Anyway, my limbs were tired now. But you're 61. Your limbs won't be as tired as my 81. You're 71. Your limbs won't be tired as my, you're 51. You definitely won't. Ooh, child, I was something else at 50. And 60. And 70. I ain't doing too bad at 80. I'm just telling you. I felt so good being out. And you got to drive. Atlanta, they drive crazy here. It didn't used to, but it is not. All the other people coming in here driving crazy. But it was just nice to get out. I saw some beautiful parks. Get out and go to the park. I just wanted you to, what I want you to do. I want you to have a well-lived life. That's what I want. I didn't understand what I was supposed to tell you on yesterday. That STD thing got to me. But I know I'm supposed to tell you what I was supposed to tell you yesterday. And that is that you have to get out of the house. I got leg problems for not getting out of the house. And why is that? Because I'm not moving around enough. You need to move around. Not from room to room, but outside. You got to go get some fresh air. You got to open some windows in the house. You got to let some love in to get some love out. You do. But you got to be careful also. Because you're people of a certain age and people look for us. They look for us to scam. They look for us to lie to. Ooh. The number one people to lie to are the senior citizens. They look for us to scam all the time because they think we don't know. And because you said, well, I'm a certain age, I don't need to know that. You need to know computers. You need to. Your phone is a computer. Just know how to operate your phone, know how to look information up, know how to send a message, at least send a message. Learn that from me, please. I'm still worried about that person on the other side of this. Let me think. Listen. This is your life. This is not his life. This is not her life. Each person is going to get in the coffin by themselves. This is your life. It's not your children's life. It's not your family member's life. It's your life. And if you don't get a grip on your life and what you're supposed to be doing with it, you're going to miss out on what God sent you here and you said you could do. Each one of us was made for a purpose that God needed. I spoke to a young man today who's flunking my class. I had 2 people that are flunking my class. I sent word to them. I think one just called me, the other one called me. And he said, Dr. Thomas, I'm sorry. He said, I'm sorry. He said, I was homeless and stuff was just going on. Stuff goes on with our students. He didn't come to me, but I gave him something still to do. I gave him a chance after a second chance, which is what we got to do for our kids. Now, he got some work to do, and he got to do it fast. But he said he already did it, so we're going to see. I'm going to see how it goes. We got to help our people. We got to help our kids. We got to help our young people. We got to give them some lessons. The lesson would be to flunk him. That would be the harsh word that everybody doesn't give you. But the next time he'll get flunked, I'm going to give him a second chance. I am. I'm going to give him a second chance. Because who gave you a second chance? And here is a second chance right now. This, a slice of life, is a second chance for somebody. I feel it. I don't know who you are. This is a second chance. You're on part 2. You're on act 2. You're on whatever it's called. With all these different terms for the second time around. You're on all of that. Get on it. Don't let all this, whatever's going on, those people are not going to die for you. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. And so I'm going to let it go with that, because I believe that that's what I was supposed to do today. I have things that I'm supposed to do, but I operate on a spiritual level, as you know. I'm very spiritual about what I do. And when it comes to just talking to people. I was going to tell you about this student today. I told him that he was really, I'm not going to say. But anyway, I could feel through the phone something else going on with him. And I had that conversation with him. In the same way with the person on the other side of the screen is struggling with. You need to get to yourself. You know, it's a place in the Bible that says, you know, I don't try to do Bible because my daughter is Reverend Sanders. I'm not. But everybody knows this, and be still and know that I'm God. Some of you all need to be still. Be still and listen to God. He will talk to you and he will tell you what you need to do. Some of you are off going doing crazy stuff. Why are you doing that? What are we doing here? This is what we're doing. We're getting older, but we're not getting old. We're not doing stupid stuff. And some of y'all are stuck on stupid. At this age, really? I'm not going to fuss. I'm just going to ask you. I'm going to ask you to stop all that foolishness. You are you, uniquely you. Sent here to do a job. Get into that purpose, that dream. It won't go anywhere. You know you're supposed to do it. Quit listening to them crazy people on the side of you. Do what you know you're supposed to do. And God will take care of you. I love you. And you know what? You can't do anything about it.